Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Overton. A little release to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Overton. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's got him this time. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting...
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They booted away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Going to swing it on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Past the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, you just can't find any answers.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Wisconsin delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Madison. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big Ten. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. Listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Overton. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Tight end finds a soft spot.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
The Panthers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Receiver.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Got his man in the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Trying play action. He's got him. Bust through behind his pad. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
There he goes. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Ferguson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Overton. Extending the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Ferguson. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but his defense forces a fourth down. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Hit right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense.
Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Rush is on him. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Looking downfield, it's Overton. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Jones. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and lift him.
They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. They're going to ride this running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's got it on the move. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll try to blast their way down. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. Pitt pushing the pace. Powers forward. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Let's see if they can keep that 1st half momentum rolling. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Turning it on! And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
Number 3.
It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. BYU was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Cougars performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ben. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Send that offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking to throw, it's Overton. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Give to the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Might be looking to run. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This defense knew coming into the game they were going to try and get this guy the football because of his speed, but when he's running over the middle of the field, they want to put a hat on him and make him feel them. They did that right there. The hit causes the incompletion.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Splits the uprights. It's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. Intercepted, and the defense is...
Bro, these picks are wild.
He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Razorbacks line it up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, go.
They'll try to power it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. lost to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with second and short.
Let's go.
Wants to go up top. And that one's incomplete. The Panthers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Snap from the gun on third down. Quick completion on the out route. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Just keep slinging it. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
It's a tough position to be in on defense, right? You're trailing in this game late. You're thinking they're going to run it. We got to get bodies in line of scrimmage, get a stop, get the ball back. They go play action and throw it over your head. Tough spot to be in.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. They'll try the run. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly.
Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Overton. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Here's the pressure. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Looking to throw again. Back open in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle. Force.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You've got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll give it to the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
On first and goal, let's see what Pitt does here.
Set, ready.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And on that play, the defense said, I've seen enough. You're not getting rushing touchdown number 4. Really showing some pride and some physicality, selling out for the run, getting in the backfield, and getting that guy on the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell, DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here.
Line, trumpet.